I'm Norm Applegate, your host, and welcome to the Tempered Signal. Today's signal is this. The decision had already happened. The meeting was just where they found out. This week I looked across 5 industries: technology, retail, compliance, pharmaceuticals, and government. Different organizations, different leaders, different pressures, but they all revealed the same pattern. The room believed it was making the decision, but the system had already made it. At Meta, workforce outcomes were quietly constrained by capital spending decisions months before people experienced the effects. At Lululemon, search criteria narrowed the future before a board ever voted. In compliance systems, architecture choices predetermined outcomes before anyone reviewed proportionality. In pharma, operating models quietly killed opportunities before executives ever sat down for review. And in government, a hold had effectively decided an outcome before public statements were ever released. 5 industries, same inversion. The uncomfortable part is this. None of these were hidden. The numbers existed. The specs were written. The structures were already in place. The signal was visible. This was an information problem. This was an ownership problem. Because the room that announced the decision wasn't actually the room that made it. And once you see it, you start noticing it everywhere. Workforce meetings that are really just receipts for budget decisions, hiring committees that inherit choices made by search criteria, review meetings where the answer was quietly embedded in architecture weeks earlier. This is where Norman's Law appears. When external pressure exceeds internal regulation, disruption happens. But today I think there's another layer. The first regulation that fails isn't behavior. It's regulating where the decision is allowed to happen. Because if leaders cannot identify where a decision became irreversible, then leadership becomes performance, not action, just performance. So here's the decision origin test. Ask 3 questions. Where did this decision become irreversible? Who owned that moment? And was that owner actually in the room? If the answer's unclear, the room may not be deciding. It may simply be discovering. And here's your question for the week. Where on your calendar are you about to announce a decision that was actually made weeks ago by a number, a specification, an architect, or a process nobody named? Because systems don't usually fail when problems appear. They fail when the signal is seen. I'm Norm Applegate, and this is the Tempered Signal.